Hello everyone, my name is Melody, and today I'm gonna introduce Jason Huang, the co-founder and the chief executive operator of NVIDIA for you, and he is classified in the category of innovators. And this is the outline of my today's presentation. In the introduction, I will tell you who is Jason Huang and why did I choose him as my today's topic. And as the main discussion, I will tell you the 3 reasons why I think he deserves the most influential people of 2021. Last but not least, I will make a brief conclusion to you, and then will be the Q&A section. So let's begin with the introduction. Before starting the introduction, I would like to show you a short video to you. So just wait me a second.
Amazing increase in system and memory bandwidth. Today, we're introducing a new kind of computer, the basic building block of the modern data center. Here it is. What I'm about
the clip I show you is from the NVIDIA GTC of 2021. It is their annual seminar, and in the beginning of the clip, everything in the screen is actually fake. They actually fake a CEO and a kitchen as a background. That cheated everyone by their latest technology and the most powerful hardware of their company. And
Today, we're introducing a new kind of computer.
And use computing ability to simulate authentic circuit system is exactly what Jason Huang and NVIDIA is trying to do. So Jason Huang, he is born in 1963 in Taiwan, Tainan, but he then moved to the United States with his brother when he was 19 to study. And then he entered Stanford University for studying science in electrical engineering, and then hold a master's degree from the school. And he is also ranked 78 in billionaires in Forbes, and also the best CEO in 2019 by Harvard Business Review. And you can see from the picture that on his left shoulder there is a tattoo. It is tattoo of his company's logo. And he decided to tattoo it when the stock price of NVIDIA have reached $100. And the stock price of the company now has reached $186 and is getting higher and higher. So now let's move to the main discussion. The first point and also the most representative of Jason Huang is the company he founded, NVIDIA. NVIDIA is founded in 1993 by 3 men: Jason Huang, Chris Malachowski, and Curtis Prim. And at first, they target the market of video games. Their main business is to use their chips to make subtle scenarios for those video games. But now it has stepped in many other fields like AI, deep learning, self-driving cars, or even medical. And now it has been an outstanding company that leads the modern technology to grow. It is the fastest growing company in the United States in 2002, the best company selected by Stanford Business School in 2003, and it also ranked among the top 100 companies in Forbes since 2007. And in the next slide, I have sorted out some important events of NVIDIA, and let's take a look at them. So in 1993, NVIDIA was founded, and in 1999, the first GPU in the world was born. GPU stands for Graphic Processing Units, and it is specialized for graphic processing and it can also share some works that was originally responsible by CPU, and further increase the computer's ability to do something more complicated. Then in 2008, Tegra processor was promoted by NVIDIA. It is initially used in smartphones and mobile devices, but then NVIDIA decided to use it in self-driving cars or game consoles. And in 2009, NVIDIA partnered with Google and introduced the Android system that we are familiar today, which use the NVIDIA Tegra that I have mentioned in the previous slide as its processor. And in 2010, NVIDIA introduced the Tesla GPU. It was used to build the fastest supercomputer in the world, TH1, and it was invented by China, and it is still the fastest supercomputer in the world now. And then in 2015, this is the year that NVIDIA formally stepped in the field of deep learning by introducing their new NVIDIA Drive. And from the name Drive, you can tell that it is used in the self-driving car. And many car companies that have used their chips to their products. And as I mentioned earlier, NVIDIA focused on graphic processing, and here are some famous movies that NVIDIA have taken part in, and each of them have distributed by Academy Award of Best Visual Effects. From the right to the left are Avatars, Star Trek, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, and Inception. Then comes to the second point, Omniverse. Omniverse is a cloud service that provided by NVIDIA. It is a platform for 3D simulation and design collaboration, and it can be easily extensible and customizable with a modular developed framework. And by the root verse, you can tell that it is based on the concept of metaverse, but there are still some difference between metaverse and omniverse. Omniverse is more like a virtual copy of factory or architecture, climate system, or even the whole Earth. Experts can test anything they want at Omniverse and see the effect, and then decided how can they modify it or whether should they use it. And there are already over 400 companies that use Omniverse to test their products or systems. For example, BMW construct a digital twin factory to virtually plan new workflows before actually deploying changes in real time in the physical factory. With more and more designers involved in Omniverse, it will eventually become a huge universe in the future. And the first and second points that leads to the third point. Due to the distribution of Jason Huang that made to the industry and the modern technology, he has been distributed by the highest honor in the semiconductor industry, Robert and Noyce Award. And by this award that we can it further proves that Jason Huang is indeed an important person in our era. And then these three reasons is why I think Jason Huang deserves the title of the most influential people of 2021. So now, moving on, I will make a brief conclusion to end this presentation. Only the paranoid survive in this rapidly changing market. This is said by the founder of Intel, Andy Grove, and it's also very suitable to describe Jason Huang's career, only because of his passion and desire to improve their products that NVIDIA can become a huge company nowadays. And this is the end of my presentation. Thanks for your attention, and let's move to the Q&A section.
So I wonder why you choose this topic.
The reason why I choose him is because I have heard his name before, but by an article that is about the comparison of him and Zhang Zhoumo. But I'm not quite familiar with him, and after I searched his resource, I found that he's actually do a lot of distribution to the modern technology, and AI and metaverse is trending now. So I think he is indeed influential. So I choose him as my topic. I'm not quite familiar with Lisa Su and AMD, but I know that she is also distributed by the Robert Noyce Award I mentioned before. And the reason why she is not in the list, actually, I'm not quite sure about it.
I have a question. So, is there anything beside us or near us that using the technology invented by Jason?
There's a lot of computer, or if you like to play games, their chips are used in Sony and PlayStations, and there's a lot of cars. Their computer is also involved NVIDIA's products. Yes, that's it. I have something additional. In the first version of MacBook Pro, they also use NVIDIA's products, but now they changed to Apple's own chips.
I would like to ask, what do you think about the semiconductor industry? Because I think that like AMD or TSMC or like NVIDIA, the stock price falls very steeply in Q1 in 2022. So what's your insight?
To say first that I'm not quite familiar with the stock markets, but I think about the semiconductor industry, I think it is a huge power that leads the modern technology to grow, and everything they do will affect our daily life, because everything in our world that needs computer now. So I think it will be a huge industry, and yes, that's it.
I would like to ask a question. For Melody, in your presentation, you said that the Jason Huang had a tattoo in his arms, on the left of his shoulder, and I think he would like to put this trademark on his arm, may mean that this trademark must be very meaningful for the company or maybe for himself. So do you know anything about this trademark and what is the meaning behind that for him?
You mean the tattoo or the picture, the logo?
The tattoo.
The tattoo is the logo of NVIDIA, and it is to memorize that the company's stock price that reached $100 US. But about the design, I actually don't know anything.
Thank you.